as a weak system in the Caribbean came across Cuba, formed to a Category 1 hurricane, and then in the blink of an eye, it rapidly intensified and went from a Category 1 to a Category 4 from just off the coast of Cuba here to landfall in Louisiana. Went from an 85-mile-per-hour hurricane to a 150-mile-per-hour hurricane as it formed a very intense hurricane with an eye and slammed us here in coastal Louisiana with 150-mile-per-hour winds. Just absolutely insane what we saw. Some of the pictures were pretty impressive, that's for sure, including this in Matthews, Louisiana, with intense winds, with extreme rainfall, and in a lot of places where storm surge became an issue, especially south of New Orleans, where kind of some of the marshy areas, the water was maximized, right? So what happened on August 29th was literally 16 years to the day of Hurricane Katrina's landfall. Port Fourchon was the location, Category 4, winds 150, pressure 930, one of the strongest hurricanes in Louisiana history, unfortunately. And you take a look then at some of the winds that we saw. 172-mile-per-hour gusts in Port Fourchon, in Dulac 138, Golden Meadow 125 in Venice, Louisiana. We had winds at 121 miles per hour. And some of the top rainfall totals were extreme. You get that, especially when you have a landfalling hurricane that then slows down a little bit, which is what Ida did. About 16 inches to slide down. New Orleans picked up almost 14 inches. And even if you look at a place like, say, Walnut Hill, Florida, we had 8 inches of rain that hit us. You know, in some of these places where you get the rain, you get the flooding that comes along with it, and unfortunately there were a lot of different places that ended up flooding. From its landfall location in Louisiana to Mississippi to Alabama to Tennessee, through the Appalachians here, where we had numerous locations where we had flooding and tornadoes, until then, the final chapter here of Ida, where it came into the Northeast and produced this, combining, as Alex had mentioned, with another front, with some really strong jet stream energy to maximize the rainfall totals here in the Northeast and bring us record-setting flooding. Look at the streets here in Somerville, New Jersey. Dumpsters that are floating down streets here, cars that are stalled out. Dozens of people have lost their lives as a result of the flooding. More people have died in the Northeast from Ida than died in the South where landfall occurred. How about this? These are pictures from Milburn, New Jersey, where we have the Rahway River that comes on through here, and it came out of its banks. It's kind of canaled through the city. It's diverted through the city by walls on each side, but they're not that high, 6-8 feet. And I know normally it's not a very high water flow here in this river, maybe a foot deep or so in some spots here, but then it just became a raging torrent coming right past Goldberg's Deli there, then right down Milburn Avenue. Unfortunately, look at these pictures last night, and every image that we got was more stunning than the next. In some of these places, it was literally raging rapids going through some of these cities, but we built a lot of places where there are rivers, and when rivers fill with water, they become huge issues. So then the rain rolls through the Northeast with tornadoes, with flash flooding. Ida and the rain that's associated with it finally doesn't leave until this morning, but all along the way doing destruction, doing damage, and setting records every step of the way here. Look at some of these totals, by the way, and I think that this one's interesting because Baltimore picked up 4.8 inches, thinking, well, that's nothing compared to everyone else, but if we hadn't had all these other ones, Baltimore would have been like, oh my gosh, the rain was intense. New York, 7 inches. Newark, 8.5 inches, all-time daily record for us in Newark, surpassing the big rain we had in November of 1977 that no one even remembers, right? But this one blew that one out of the water, literally, I guess. Daily rainfall record in New York, and Central Park set an hourly record from 9 to 10 o'clock. 3.15 inches of rain in that one single hour. That was absolutely insane. First time in New York City that we've been under a flash flood emergency. They issued 2 yesterday, one for Newark, one for New York. Central Park, our rain that we had yesterday, ended up being the 5th greatest all-time single daily rain. The consequences ended up being tragic.